So I've been thinking about this new idea and it has just consumed my brain.
Hey, make sure you run this back so we know it's real.
Are you guys familiar with those NFT profile picture projects? If not, let me explain. They're these... Well, I don't know if they're cool or not. I think they're cool. Maybe they're not cool to you. But there are these simple auto-generated images, some that have been auto-generated into the tens of thousands that have been put on the Ethereum blockchain and are sold as NFTs, which means you can own a one-of-one JPEG. I understand that that is a complex issue. You can right-click save these things, but you don't own the main one. That's not the point. It's so confusing and annoying. I literally don't know if I like these things or not. The reality is I think they're so cool. I love the design. I love the idea of it. But like, it's the internet. Half the things I do are just like right-click save as. That's like a part of our world. Owning something individually on the internet doesn't make all that much sense to me yet. It probably will be a reality in the future, but just not now. You know, like in Mark Zuckerberg's little, excuse me, Meta's new presentation. You see when Mark was walking around his house and he had like the astronaut suit and like a couple other things? Those are what I think like an NFT is gonna become. You're gonna go into your digital space, your home, when you put your headset on, and you're gonna have a giant Nicolas Cage riding a dinosaur with like a treasure chest on his shoulder. Like, I want that. I want that in my office, or in my digital office. It would be my digital office. So I will buy that. Can someone make me that? But right now, it's really just an image, you know? A lot of my art is taking an idea and bringing my own spin to it. These profile picture projects, PFPs for short, and I think they're rad, but what is the contribution that Kent could make to this idea? What is my version of that? As I'm learning to make art, I often think, what is my version of that? So I thought of something. I was browsing archive.org, which, if I haven't expressed this enough, is the best website on this internet. The best one. And normally when I search for something, I'll go to the sort by date and I'll click old dates. It's just fun to learn what it was like. But I found a collection of yearbooks, and my little brain knowing a good amount about image manipulation, as in Photoshop. I've been using it since I was like, I don't know, 12 never mind, I'm not gonna tell that story. I had a copy of Photoshop and I was just using it to design sneakers. I was using it to design clothing. I was just all up in there. So I learned how to use it. And now I use it every day making thumbnails for people. But I saw this yearbook and I was like, I wonder if I fed certain assets from this yearbook of these old vintage photos into the same algorithm that is used to create these profile picture projects, what would happen? Okay, so if you don't understand how these profile picture projects work, let me explain it to you. The headline that they love to use is that there are 10,000 randomly generated images. That is correct. That is an option. You actually can just type in any number you want into this algorithm and it will spit out that many images. But each of these little characters is separated into a pile of layers. Most likely you could figure out how many layers there are, but looking at most images, it's sometimes unclear. What do I mean by that? There's probably a body, hair, nose, mouth, eyes, glasses, scarf, background, foreground, t-shirt, jacket.
Glasses, jacket, shirt. Call me glasses, jacket, and shirt man.
So on and so forth, so many different combinations, it'll blow your mind. And then what they do is they assign a rarity to each of those layers. So if there's a really cool jacket, they'll say, only let this jacket appear on 0.5% of the whole lot that gets spit out. Then once they've assigned the rarity, they've developed all the, I just keep bumping everything. Once they've assigned rarity, they've developed all the layers that they are going to put into their however many output project. They click run, and the program generates as many images as they asked for. In most occasions, this is 10,000. It does leave room for repeats. It does leave room for some uncreative ideas, because if you don't have enough layers, things are gonna repeat very frequently. When I approached this project, I realized I don't wanna make 10,000. That's just ridiculous. That's way too many. But what if I made like 100. This is where my brain started to wander. Because these images are old images, meaning pretty low quality, the opportunity for manipulation is actually quite high because there's not so much detail that you need to carry over from image to image. So I said to myself, what if I just grabbed, just for the sake of testing, 2 people, cut out their eyes, cut out their mouth, cut off their nose, cut off their hair, cut off the body, cut off their shirt and the background, brought it all into Photoshop and see what kind of combinations we could create. Let's check that out. This guy and this lady. I think they're both great looking people. Things to notice. The shadows are coming from the same direction. The background is relatively similar. The shape, obviously that oval is the same, and they have 2 different face shapes. Those were my thoughts. I also loved her necklace. You know, great necklace. So from here, what I did was I started cutting out individually eyes, nose, mouth, hair, head. So now what I have is a bunch of individual layers that represent that same thing. And this is terrifying. But it's the basic idea. We've got all the basic assets of dude number 1 and all the basic assets of lady number 2. So what about the body? Well, I decided to spend some time. I had to do a little extra Photoshop work here to take just the silhouette of their head and remove everything else. For example, we have this body here. You can kind of see some brush strokes, but you can see that we have a head, we have a neck, and we have a torso of where the clothes would go over. Look, check this out. This is it without the mask. There's my guy. Or it's a different guy entirely, but I thought he had a good head for this opportunity. So then I took the 2 people, laid them on top of each other, and lined everything up appropriately. This is the cool part. This is the part. This is the part. This was the idea. And this was my reaction essentially to it coming true. Let's do hair of person number 2. Let's do eyes of person number 1. Let's do nose of person number 2. Let's do mouth of person number 1. Let's do shirt of person number 2. That right there is not a person. That is not a person. I created that through image manipulation. That's not a human. That's what the lady looked like. That's a new person. So I then spent the next couple hours doing this with 10 more people. So now let's pick an asset from each of them and try and assemble it, see what it looks like. Here we go. We're gonna go shirt of person number 2, eyes of person number 3, glasses. Those might not work so well. Nose of person number 4, mouth of person number 5, hair of person number 7. And there we have another human. Like, it's a little janky, but it doesn't look that bad. Like, that's not that bad. Come on. I don't like this shirt. I want a different shirt. Ooh, with the suit, kind of looking all right. Oh my God, I don't even know if it's a dude or a girl. It looks so good. And then last but not least was to recreate the background that they're sitting upon and then recreate the foreground so that we can hide them inside of a picture. Look at it. That is it. How did I create this? How did I create this? Okay, so now each person has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different assets that can change about them. We have 10 different people. I don't quite know the math. It's either 10 times 5, which is 50 combinations, or it's 10 to the 5, which is 5, which is 100,000 combinations. Oh! Here's my code. It's code. Essentially what's happening here. This is the only important part of the whole thing. How many editions do I want to create? I'm gonna say 100, and then these are all of my different layers in the order I would like them to appear. All I need to do here is type node index.js. Did I spell everything correctly? Okay, so we've generated 100 random images.
You love Rihanna, but you ain't a savage.
Quick refocus. I've had so many big ideas with this project of different directions to go, different this, different that, and I love that. I want to do that. I love letting my ideas grow. The issue is really pushing the boundaries of this, like, get it done in 1 week type of thing, which is my whole thing. That's what I do. That's what Kent Heckle does on YouTube. So I'm gonna generate 50 people. 50 people. And I'm gonna start a Twitter account, and I'm just gonna tweet all of them on the Twitter account so you can go look through all of them in a scrollable way. I felt like that was a good way to do it. I don't like Instagram, sorry. So check my Twitter, I'll retweet it. It'll also just be linked in the description if you wanna check it out. But this is just for the people who wanna see all of them. We're gonna look through some together right now. This will be the first time I'm seeing them. This is very exciting, here we go. Image number 1. Oh man. First off, he looks like a Bernard. Second off, he looks angry, very angry. Oh my God, like, it's got some problems that definitely could be fixed, but like, I am so proud of that. No way, it's a human. Okay, this guy's smug. Kyle. Man, who does that look like? I don't know who that looks like, but I love the pearls, my dude. Oh my God, it looks like me, but fucked up. Tell me that doesn't look like, I don't know why it looks like me. Maybe it doesn't. Do you see that? Maybe it's just the bow tie. I wear bow ties, but whatever. Oh God, man's face, woman's hair, woman's necklace. Oh, this guy looks like a Ted. Adam, that's an Adam. Well, that's like the most normal looking dude. Not of the pack, of human being normal. Oh yeah, I love it. Why do they all look like men? I don't know why these all look like men. Oh my God. Oh God, the shirt doesn't fit. Holy moly. I just love it. I love that it's wrong and messed up. I love that, it looks colonial. That looks like a normal person. That is a believable human. Oh my God, look at this guy. The kiss lips. That is the biggest nose I think I've ever seen. That might be my worst one. You know, I take pride in it. I take pride in it. Very normal. Normal. Okay. What? That's a, what? Number 46. 46 for the win. What? Oh, right into that. I love this one. I love this one. Like this is a dude in a dress, and I love that. Wow, that forehead. Hold on a second. What am I looking at here? 78. 1, that looks like a person. 2, that looks like my brother. That literally looks like my brother. That is my, that is my brother. That's my brother. Hold on, put a picture on the screen. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I swear to God, I'm looking at my brother. Oh, it's Leland. Holy cow, that is too weird. I'm gonna send it to him. I wasn't gonna show you these, but I feel like I should. So the full idea I wanna do is I wanna create an entire yearbook with these photos as if they were the real students of the school. And I was thinking to myself, man, I need to fill, you know, the rest of the yearbook with other photos. So I went to my favorite vintage store in the world, Sweet Lorraine. It is in Cleveland, or it's just outside Cleveland. If you come to this area, you must go. You must go. But for 50 cents a piece, I bought what he calls relative photos, he being the owner. He's amazing. And they're just these super random, but all of these photos are of high schoolers and are like things that you would find in a yearbook. It's amazing. I can't wait to show you more. All in all, I am so proud that this worked. This even worked like a little bit. It's amazing. The further I've gotten into making videos every week, the faster I'm able to learn and actually execute on my crazy ideas. I always encourage you to write everything down in notebooks. I write every idea I possibly can down. This was a spin-off of an idea of an idea of an idea, but it actually came to fruition. So let's answer the most important question. Do I want these to be NFTs? I actually did at the beginning of this video. I really did. And I would love to hear your input if this is something you would be interested in, if I pursued the code further. But I just saw on Twitter a streetwear designer called Blue Boy, who I really love, was just about to put out an NFT collection. It was too expensive for me, so I wasn't gonna participate, but I was supporting. I joined the Discord and everything. He has gone to hell and back to make this happen. The day it gets posted, or is about to get posted, the account that all of it was gonna happen in got hacked and stolen, and like 100 grand got yoinked, and like, dude, what a nightmare. I want nothing to do with that. I love the idea of making art and selling art, but no, I will not deal with that. So thoughts. I would love to know below. So if you liked any of them, I'm gonna tweet 50 of them that I think look the best. I know I could just click and then tweet all of those, but I kind of want to go through and for now just pick out the good ones because we are still in proof of concept idea here, people. Proof of concept. We've got a lot further that we could go, and I would like to go. A lot further I would like to go. You know, one of the ideas I have is turning this into a zine that you would print out at home, but inside of that zine is actually a puzzle. Not like a jigsaw puzzle, but like a turn to page here, and then go to this website, and then find this thing, and then maybe at the end of that, everyone who finishes it gets a free NFT. That way no one has to buy them, but you have to solve it, and then the first people to solve it get one. Would you be more interested in that idea? I think I would too. Oh, yikes. Maybe over my December break I'll do it. Okay, that's all for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any further questions, do let me know down below. I'm really grateful for everyone who watches these videos. You can't understand how much it means to me. Finish that heart, follow your dreams, and I'll see you in a video next Wednesday. Bye.